Every story is a journey that takes us somewhere. Even if it's an imaginary realm, we have to feel it's true. One of the key elements of that is in the contrast between good and evil, in the development of that storyline, that plot, and the way it intersects themes along the way, it has to feel true to smart readers and thoughtful people, or you're not going to buy it. You're going to say, oh, that's just another superhero story or another cartoon. It doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel true. And the best stories, even if they are fiction, feel true. In every one of my stories, I'll have a hopeful, triumphant conclusion at the end. But evil isn't completely vanquished. Evil hasn't even completely disappeared. It has just been beaten back for a while. It's still going to take thoughtful, heroic, courageous, compassionate people to keep Avalon safe in the future, even though Tamwin and Ellie and Scree and Brianna amazingly pull off this level of miracles to save their world, and in the course of it, have to give up something important. I often combine a triumphant ending with a sacrifice, because that's very true to life. I think that whenever we win in life, whenever we succeed in life, whenever we help someone we love, we also have to give up something. We also have to accept something that's difficult. We also have to deal with real struggle. When you come to the end of Book 3 of The Great Tree of Avalon, you'll find in the most amazing way these heroic young people, Tamwin, Ellie, Scree, Brianna, they have done, each of them, something miraculous. They've overcome incredible odds outside themselves, and they've overcome incredible fears inside themselves. And in that moment of great celebration, they also have a little bit of sadness, because they have to give up something in order to get to that place where they can say, Avalon will always survive. I want to make sure that when I'm writing these stories, that they are part of the tapestry of these greater myths, whether it's a Native American tale, as I use to weave through the ancient one and tell my modern 21st century story that's really built on Native American mythology, or Avalon and Merlin, who come out of Celtic lore and have been told and sung and thought about for 1,500 years and counting. In the case of Avalon, I wanted to use that name because the ancient Celts believed that there was an island place, a sacred place, where women would be healers of wounded and even dead brave people like Arthur or Lancelot, and would bring them back to life. And in that world, those women understood that nature is our greatest healer and teacher. And so I wanted to expand on the name Avalon, which in the ancient Celtic language means apple tree, and make a tree that was a world whose basic conflict would be around how do people live sustainably and peacefully, harmoniously with their fellow creatures. How can we do that in Avalon? And maybe in another world we know. That's why, in the end, you're not going to really believe these mythic tales unless they feel true. Not just in your senses, not just in your emotions, but also in your spirit.